Taiwan is a small island with an enormous shadow. One wrong move here could ignite the biggest war of the 21st century. The question the world keeps asking is simple: can the United States defend Taiwan from China? The answer is anything but simple. To understand the danger, you first have to understand why Taiwan matters. For China, Taiwan is not just territory, it is history, identity, and unfinished business. Beijing sees reunification as inevitable and delay as weakness. For the United States, Taiwan is a strategic linchpin. Lose Taiwan and America's credibility across Asia collapses. Allies begin to doubt, rivals begin to push. That's why Taiwan sits at the center of a silent countdown. If war breaks out, it will not look like past wars. There will be no warning shots, no declarations. It will begin in the dark. In the opening minutes, China would unleash a massive missile barrage targeting Taiwan's radar systems, air bases, ports, power grids, and communication networks. The goal is simple: blind Taiwan before it can react. At the same time, cyber attacks would flood systems, spreading confusion and paralysis. But Taiwan would not be alone. Almost immediately, the United States would be forced to decide: act now or risk losing everything later. US bases in Japan and Guam would become frontline targets. American aircraft carriers would move fast, but not without danger. China's rocket forces are designed specifically to keep US forces at bay. This is where the war becomes truly dangerous. The first 72 hours would shape the entire conflict. US submarines would begin hunting Chinese warships beneath the Pacific, turning sea lanes into killing zones. Fighter jets would clash over the Taiwan Strait in one of the largest air battles in history. Taiwan's military would fight desperately to keep its airfields and ports operational, knowing that once those fall, resupply becomes nearly impossible. China's biggest challenge is the invasion itself. Amphibious assaults are among the hardest operations in warfare. Troops must cross open water, land under fire, and push inland, all while being attacked from air, sea, and land. If Taiwan holds its beaches, the invasion could collapse into chaos. If they don't, the island could be overrun within weeks. But victory would not come cheap for anyone. Global trades would shatter overnight. Taiwan produces the world's most advanced microchips, the backbone of modern technology. Phones, cars, satellites, weapon systems, all would feel the impact. Markets would crash, supply chains would snap, energy prices would spike worldwide. And then there is the alliance factor. Japan would be pulled in almost immediately. Australian forces would support US operations. NATO nations may not send troops, but intelligence, cyber capabilities, and logistics would flow in. What begins as a regional war could rapidly become a global confrontation. Yet, despite all this power, there is one force holding everyone back: nuclear weapons. Both China and the United States know that escalation beyond a certain point risks catastrophe. That reality shapes every decision, limiting strikes, choosing targets carefully, and avoiding actions that could spiral out of control. This means the war would be brutal but restrained, fierce but calculated, and incredibly dangerous. Military analysts agree on one thing: there would be no quick win. China cannot easily conquer Taiwan. The United States cannot defend it without massive losses. Even the winner would emerge weakened, bruised, and economically scarred. And that is why this war hasn't happened yet. Every military drill, every diplomatic statement, every ship movement is part of a psychological battle, testing resolve without crossing the line. Both sides are preparing for a war they hope never to fight. Because Taiwan is not just about land, it's about power, credibility, and the future balance of the world. One island, two superpowers, and a conflict that could reshape history. And in the final moments, the most terrifying truth emerges. This war would not end with cheering crowds and clear victory speeches. It would end with silence, broken cities, shattered economies, and a world permanently changed. No flag raised over Taiwan would feel like a win. No superpower would walk away stronger. Only more weapons, more fear, and a deeper mistrust between nations. And the scariest part, this conflict wouldn't start by accident. It would start by calculation, by leaders convinced the other side would blink first. One missile too many, one misread signal, one order that cannot be taken back. Taiwan is not just a battlefield waiting to ignite, it is a warning.